Hey everybody! Sorry for such a long delay between videos. I do apologize about that. Unfortunately, I did have a lot of things to get done, and secondly, I got lazy before I admit to that. Between everything going on in my job, personal life, so on and so on, I couldn't get to doing a video, and I do deeply apologize. But apologies aside, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get this started with, and then yeah, let's see if we can beat the game. All right, everybody, get started. Okay, last we left off, we just spoke to these people. Did I just speak with them? I think I did. Our path across again. Gauss and Animus. What are the 6 tribes? I am the Amish of the guided compass. Like many Amphats, I have leadership in my blood. While tribe's authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impact the potential of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that the Amphatha may succeed from a single line for many generations. She worries a sharpened thumb claw. What the heck does that mean? She worries a sharpened thumb claw, excuse me. Whatever. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. Oh. Something else you want to know? Nah, I don't need to know more. Excuse me. Why are these people standing around? Radio. So in your approach, an agitated elven hunter suddenly drops his conversation and turns to face you. What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? A red stripe of paint gleams purely with sweat from cheekbone to cheekbone. We speak of the Glandfather matters. Begone. Okay. Huntress. The huntress of the group raises her calloused hands. Still, your heart rating. Do not forget where you stand. She parts the fine strands of golden hair that float before her face and acknowledge you with a nod. In the house of our ancestors and the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. Radia looks away from the fumes in the restrained breath. The ancestors will forgive me, and my brother, when I clean the shame away from his name. He looks at the huntress. And from the taint it has brought our tribe. What happened to your brother? My brother! The hunter's heavy breathing pauses for a moment. My brother, Fjorm, is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt, but hasn't returned. And now, Arthwin, that puny liar, he claims that my brother, Ridian, clenches his fist. The elven huntress fills in the silence. Arthwain belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against Fjorm during the blood hunt. She gives a glancing look to Radian. Is it Rede or Rede? I don't know. Arthwin claims that Fjorm has exiled himself, deciding to not return to Twin Elves. Radian scowls. His stripe of paint curves like an angry wound. Exiled in shame for losing to him during a blood hunt. Can you believe this? Liar! Even though Arthwin returned with the giant Stegler's Fang as proof, it's hard to believe that the Fjorm would have failed to kill the prey first. The huntress digs her heel in the dark soil. But you cannot claim that yet. Raiden, not until the Amfather judge the truth. I mentioned the blood hunt. What is it? Tell me about your tribe. What into the lion about your brother? Raiden throws his arms into the air. Why? He looks at you as if the answer was obvious. Raiden, please, still your anger. He does not know our customs. The huntress turns to you and nods. Arthwim stands much to gain from claiming a victory over Fjorm. It brings renown and glory to his kin. A lesser tribe, the twice split arrows. Arthwim has no history, no name. And now he returns a hero while my brother... Raiden's face twists in ire. Tricked, perhaps worse. How do you plan to clear Fjorm's name? A bead of sweat rolls down Raiden's forehead, and hugs his red-painted cheeks like a drop of blood, to quivers as Hunter's muscle twitches. I can't tarry here. Well, my brother's fate remains unknown. The Amfather must let me go. To judge Arthwin, and to clean our tribe's name, they can't listen only to you, to your truth. The huntress lowers her head, glancing at you. Before the Amfather, only an impartial voice can speak from what happened. The Raiden whips his neck, and the drop of a sweat lingering in his cheekbone. Why do they keep on focusing on the sweat on his cheekbones? Seriously, this is the 5th time they described that here. Flies in your direction. You mean to involve this one, an Estmure? She points at him, her collapsed finger curved like a claw. Listen to me now. Arthwin returned with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The huntress blows against her fine hairs, floating down over her face. Lady, invest in a hair tie or something. The tribe split. Something must be done. She looks at you, and this one is known to speak the truth. I 100%. No promises, but if I find anything, then I'll let you know. As an Estmure, I can look into this without risking tension between your tribes. Attain rank 3. Interesting. Raiden turns to face you, his hard features betraying no emotion, and nods. You're right in claiming this. The Amfather would agree to listen. There's no union between you and our tribes. The huntress nods at you. Fjorm and Arthwin went to the Northern Weald Forest, beyond the Old Song Pass, to hunt a giant Stegler. What is a Stelgear? What is that? Is it like some sort of moose or deer or something? It sounds like that. Watch, it's gonna be some like weird dragon thing with giant horns. And be like, oh, F me. Search there and return to us with the truth if you can. But be aware, Stegler of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. Alright. Raiden fixes his eyes on you to glowing embers over the blood-red stripe painted across his face. Seriously, we already understand he's got a blood stripe on his face. Number 6. Estmir, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know of my brother's fate and to clean the stain that Arthwin has spilled on our tribe. He throws his chin back. What? No, mentioning the blood-red stripe there? Anything. This I claim. Alright. Let's go solve that problem. Anything else I can talk to here? What was that? That was Alt, right? Yeah, that was Alt. Why are those guys not showing up? Why am I stealthing? Why did all the controls get all sideways? It's Tab, that's right. It's Alt for Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, by the way, I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 because I'm going to compare this to Baldur's Gate 3. And flat out to say, before I continue, Baldur's Gate 3 has features in it that are so much cleaner because it's newer, but it's missing key things. Like, for instance, the inventory management in this game is much better, in my opinion. Also, the unit management is much better in Path of Exiles here. Not Path, pardon me, Pillars of Eternity. Excuse me. Also, the double move. Oh my god, this is such a godsend right here. If Baldur's Gate 3 could incorporate that, that would make it a perfect game, in my opinion. Absolutely. Okay, so now I gotta go to... What is that? That's the tiger from Final Fantasy. Dear Lord. Just black. I'm cool, I guess. So I gotta go to Northweld. Alright, so I gotta travel through Old Song, Barrow Island, or Elm's Reach. Alright, so I guess I go to Elm's Reach, Old Song, and then finally Northweld. So, map management in Baldur's Gate is so much nicer. Child, why do you wear such funny clothes? Well, why do you have such a funny face? No, I'm sorry, kid. No. Why do your parents not love you? Huh. Lurard places a spear between you and the path that leads beyond the gate. Still, Estmir, the rest of the city is forbidden except by the order of the Amfathers. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. I come to see the cornerstone within the blessing of the guided compass. The guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. He turns to you again, his knuckles whitening around the shaft of his spear. Always too cozy with the Estmjorn. Go then, and mind your step around the sacred stones. Dude, you got nothing I want. I just want to go solve a crime. Take 1 hour travel. Seriously, how does it take an hour to travel across one section of the city to another like that? I mean, literally, at DC, you can walk from one end of DC in about an hour. If you know exactly what you're doing, you can walk across DC in an hour. That includes taking all the shortcuts. And DC's massive. Let's see. Oh, this is like somebody's office. I ain't gonna mess with that. No. Somebody's court, not office. Oh, this is another thing that Pillars of Exile does really. Pillars of Eternity does really well. The double click. However, this is annoying. You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Ivor Ix Ensure. Oh, now we're getting the Latin out. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer. You honor me, Grand Inquisitor. It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Strf-af, which the tide is against us now. We have but one option. Ivor's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court. How would I reach her? Not in Sutum. Surely, their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Osnius, things would be different. The king of Osnius is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution. But how do we get Ivor to move Esenosis? Thaus puts his hand on your shoulder. You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice. Oh, that's when he stabs me in the gut. Well, hello, druid ladies. Or dryad ladies, hold on, I'll look at that in a second. So does two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees to camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, rigid with scale, weathered and curling, tangled of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of the serrated leaves, like the dropping branches of the elms above. And the pupils of their eyes are encircled with hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to make the accumulated wisdom of a millennium. One of them extends a snarl of a root towards you that snakes and twists together to form something like an open hand, palm down. Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms. The other stares at you, unblinking, and her frown deepens, her face creaks. Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar, an ancient soul, like the other one, another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor. So it would seem, Renhelm, but we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here, different questions in the eyes. What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain the place with foul deeds? I see a man who came through here. It sounds as though you have already met him. I heard there was a commotion here, and I came to investigate. My business concerns the health of the land, and you would be wise to aid me. I have forgotten my purpose in the presence of such legendary beauty. Have I begun to hallucinate and double? Yes! Spoken with the trespasser's eagerness of one whose deformed little demon has never successfully transferred Gamthophotis to even the most desperate of pestles. And who wouldn't know a carpel if if a herbalist drew him a map? Oh, dang. She just... Oh, she does not like me. Sidel conceals her mouth behind sprigs of her fingers, but her amusement is poorly hidden. You must excuse my sister's temper. Oh, that makes her more attractive. Old one, trust me when I say that my sister and I have truly heard them all. Fortunately, you are easier to read than my sister. You are here for man Thaus Ix Akanon? You know, I swear that's the name of the city from EverQuest for the Gnomes. Akanon? Man, dating myself there. This is clear to me. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Thaus not too long ago. And we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious even. If we were to help you find him, we would want to know why. I have a problem and he is the only one who can fix it. Stopping him might end the Waiden's legacy. He must face justice for his transgressions. He crossed me and I intended to get my revenge. We seem to be linked, and I want to know why. I don't fully know myself. My reasons are my own. I want to tell the truth. I have a problem, and he crossed me, and I intend to get my revenge. He must face justice for his transgressions. Yeah, that's what I would say. He must face justice for his transgressions. I like him better now, Zelda. Indeed. A kindred spirit, it seems. Senna glances over at you, and then her expression changes as though seeing you for the first time. But that's what this is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake. And something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present. Closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end. Awesome. Thank you. I just need to get to Thaus. I am sorry to tell you this, but Thaus cannot give you what you seek, nor can any man. An awakened cannot be undone, any more than the past can be undone. So, this has all been for nothing. No, it hasn't. The guy, we need to hunt the dude down and take him down. How do you not understand this? And I'm going to lose my mind. The soul is formless, with a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away? No, but I'd hoped it would be something I could forget. I'd rather have tried to put things right. I would live with it if I could. That or kill that man who brought it up. I had to believe in something. I didn't have a choice. whether I could, whether I try to put things right. Yes. A noble thought, but for the lifetimes that separate you from your problems. However, however, as much as a sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a forward. Would you agree, Sada? I would, were the way not so likely to end in death. Death may be preferable to those what lies in store for me. You underestimate me. That sounds like me. That's me. 100%. You underestimate me. Or perhaps you underestimate your foe, old one. Where your soul is renewed in its ignorance in each span of your life, his only grows in cunning and resolve. The man Thaus, you must already know by now. Actually, to be honest, I think what's going on, I think Thaus is becoming senile. I really do. Because the more you hear about him, the more you listen to him, the more he talks, the more you think that the man's completely off his rocker. I really do. But anyways, I digress. The man Thaus, you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you. Festering, unresolved. What is it? I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. Nah. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end. My past comes to me in pieces. How to unlock the rest? You might wait for it to come on its own. Of course, but when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your conditions. Or you could learn it from learn from someone who already knows it. Thaus, would he remember? It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his change. If he ever knew, he still does. Not that he would tell you, of course. You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. No, I'm putting a bullet in him. I don't care. We see it often beneath the elms, the soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Thaus's path many times in many lifetimes without an awakening to show you why. The only thing that's certain is that you did not find that what you sought. You said you know where he went. Seda nods, causing leaves to shuffle against one another. He is gone down beneath the tower to place older than we, where the people of the Edgeworth once walked. He makes his way to a buried city, sun and shadow. May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people. He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came. That much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base and saw it destroyed behind him, through some mild means. Is there another way to get to him? We know of one, on the burial island through the court of the penitents. Brith Aemon. A shortcut, in fact. Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A giant pit at the center of a forgotten court where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, I can take you where you want to go. What do you mean, with the help of the gods? The pit is said to have been means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach the sun in shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain. But it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage. What is this court? No more than a ruin now. It is older than we. A place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put to trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for the souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends. How would I ever get to the gods to help me? Behind us is the TheRelaxedMovement, said to pierce the shroud itself, and a place of communion with all the gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it. Who would I pray to? Is there no other way? How do I pray? TheRelaxedMovement is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When the stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray, where you will be closest to those you want to hear. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for a fool. Is somebody go through this pit is to pray for help. Is there no other way? I have other questions. Farewell. Who would I pray to? Any god you can, I should think. I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope your sake the feeling is shared. So the only way to get through the pit is to pray for help. Not the only way, just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks. She is... Will you marry me? Wow. Is there no other way? None. I have other questions. How'd you know I was pursuing Faust? You mentioned the people come to the Elms without knowing why. I want to know about the two of you. Oh, yeah, why not? There is little to be said about us, for we have bound here, caretakers of the defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distant. Measured in observations, but not experiences. We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower. A silent companion. Through the ages, you can imagine why this recent distraction has stirred my sister so. If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here. Sure. Eventually people come, the elms without knowing why. I need to know about praying for support for the gods. The same way that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with. Some more, some less, a gift common to many centuries of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray that they are few and of no consequence. Farewell, hotties. Oh, before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious, if you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would you give you peace? He must be destroyed. I understand our history, so it may put to rest, nothing more. I return him to the wheel of life and death, so that he may trouble me no more. I wish to do the harm he caused. It would set him on a better path. You didn't have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work. But perhaps there are strides you can make. All the same, think on the matter, but assured, to be honest, what I would do, I would just bring him back here. I'd find some way to lock him to one corpse. And then I'd let the dryads do what they want with him. He broke the place, he can fix it hand by hand. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the differences, not just to his soul, but yours. And be warned, some questions have answers that can never be learned. And it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours. Bam. That way. Find what happened to this dude's brother. Alright, so let me go here to the old song. Take you an hour to reach the old song. I want to cancel that. Oh, that's right, I gotta check to see what that dude was doing at my encampment. My keep. Oh, one Altum falling 28, 23, hour 11. A wealthy noble by the name of Lord Cedric. Cedric, wow. has arrived at the stronghold. He seeks your aid in defending his keep. Alright, is this... Oh, I gotta go there. Yeah, sure, why not? Let me go travel there on the map. Decade now. 1 day, 19 hours. Oh, I scratched myself. Ooh, construction completed. Nice. A cruel ruler from the north has arrived at my camp. Uh-oh. Hey, boys. Thank you for your help. Let's do Cedric first. It's good to see you here. I simply must speak with you, my lord. Very well, let's hear you. You call for your allies and stride towards your throne. As I'm sure you are well aware, wealth has a way of birthing enemies. My fortress is best beset by thieves. I'm sure one of your lesser nobles is after my treasury. This has the stink of jealousy upon it. It will be weeks before I can secure more holdings, and by then it'll be too late. And I haven't the connections to hire mercenaries on short notice. And so I turn to you, my lord. Is there anything you can do? You can stand to defend yourself. Let's see what these jealous rivals are dealt with. I in a moment discuss this with my people. Certainly. Here's our chance, Devil. Get him feeling safe, then clear out the faults. Oh, I don't have positivity with Domino yet. House Domino. Domino? Oh, whatever. Return. See the jealous run. Yeah, why not? Marvelous. May I inquire as to your intentions? I'm sure Aloth can handle them discreetly. Thank you. Aloth will be busy for 7 days. I gotta find someone to replace him. Oh, this dude. Okay, why can't I talk to this guy? Send an escort. Yeah, I'll send her. Sign. Well, I don't camp here. Lasts for 3 rest plus 2 survival. Ooh. Lasts for 3 rest plus 3 might plus 2 lore plus 3 perception plus 2 stealth. I'm gonna do plus 3 perception. Rest? For 3 rests, man. Your eyes open to a familiar scene. Durrance sits with his staff laid across his lap, a malignant flame sprouting from one end. He is difficult to make out, his features soft, bleeding together, but the staff, you can see clearly its etchings aglow in molten orange. Though Durrance's face is difficult to distinguish, there is no mistake. The hardened expression, the furrowed brow, his voice hisses and spurts, low, unintelligible, as though having a private argument with staff. Traces of spittle catch the firelight as they fly from his lips like sparks. And to your surprise, there is a female figure behind him. Hello. You are about to call out a warning when you realize it is Megren's statue, where you met Durrance at the fork. Yet she seems almost alive for a moment. Her cast shadow seemed as if it was moving, cloaked, then it is still, frozen with the night at its back. Examine the staff. There's something odd about one of the symbols. A circle of 12 smaller circles. One of the small circles glows brightly, but the other 11 give off little light. They flicker and fade like dying embers between his hissing courses. Durrance lowers his face close to his staff and blows on the fading circles with panicked rapidity, coaxing light from them. But they do not ignite. One by one, the light of circles dies and smoke rises from their ashes. Only one still burns. Durrance hurls his staff at his feet, and it clatters to the ground. Its edges have become soft, difficult to find. Like its owner, the staff has become a blur. You close your eyes and reopen them, and Durrance is there, picking up his staff from the ground, but the blur is gone. And you are not awake. Eh? And what must you say now? I had a question I want to ask you. I need you to leave. Never mind. I want to ask you. If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door. Out of the vision of you, one of the symbols on your staff is dying. Durrance looks at you, challenging. You see many things that aren't there, Witcher. Watcher, not Witcher, dear Lord. Perhaps the symbol was for your disappearing sanity. And we are on the bid to farewell while you still have the wits to grieve for it. I saw a symbol with 12 circles. What does it represent? Durrance frowns, and the words come slowly. That symbol, the God Hammer. Then it was the Godhammer symbol I saw extinguished on your staff. Huh. No riddle there. Watcher, it took 12 of us to build the Godhammer. Afterwards, I took my leave of all of them to see the Megrin had in store for me. I have seen none of these since. Are you sure there's more to that story? Durrance locks eyes with you. Your kind has a way of interpreting its visions to fit the visions of the truth you like best. But Megrin's flame leaves no room for interpretation. Waste the time of others with your discretions and fever dreams. Distortions and fever dreams, dear Lord. A party gained 1,055 experience. I know what I saw. The flames distorted all that lies around them. And you never seem to be far from the flame. The flame may leave no doubt as to what or where they are. But why they are is another guess. Yeah, too. It's always the way of the mad to try to convince others of a reality only they can see. But when your doctrines the truth, it requires no convincing, only an opening of your eyes. I'd prefer you, Watcher, if I thought it would help. Purify you, Watcher, if I thought it would help. There. I wanted to ask you about something else. Goodbye. Alright, add somebody new to my party. You know what? I think I'll put what's-her-face back in, the ranger chick. Since I'm going to be in her lands, might as well have her there. Accept. Accept the travel. Oh. Yay, burned ladies. Oh, son of a biscuit. What? Interesting. Mind your paths, Esmir. The guided compass trusts easily, but I don't. How does one get to the Burial Islands? The guard frowns, studying you for a moment. It is not customary for Estimurn to seek it. They have little understanding of significance. But for those who would pay respect, Devhall will ferry them across. He will embark out of the docks of Old Song. Walk away. Maybe now that's giving me access to that. Ooh. Yay, weeds! Ooh, more weeds. Who's this? Block the passage, they do not budge, blah blah blah. Okay. me... Oh, that gives me access. Yes, that's where I want to go. Except... Find this dude's brother. Or what's left of him. Being stuck in the wilds by yourself kind of sucks. Ooh, more stuff. Oh wait, no, can I modify her in any way, shape, or form before I go off a travelings? Okay. Sort of broken in half, has ornate glen feathers, two halves, shafts, wait, okay. Alright, so somebody there broke a shaft. I'll save my game here. Save. Thank you. Oh, there's got a cave or something. Ooh, a corpse alerps. So that's one thing Baldur's Gate 3's got over this, is that the jump feature, and, oh man, Mage Hand, that those help you solve so many problems. My favorite thing to do is to take a bag, load it up full of explosives, and use Mage Hand to throw it at somebody. Although the pack, its belongings washed down the current stream. Okay. I got a duck line there. Can I walk over the duck line? Hey, animals! Ooh, a forest lurker. Crap, spirits. I'm me without my wizard shoes knit. Kablam, 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 kablam. Badly injured. Get that one first. Kablam, kablam. Kablam, kablam. And, oh, she's down. Fiddlesticks. And everybody's down. Jesus. Gotta run away. No. I can kite them a little bit. How are you immune to magical bows? Seriously. Yeah, saved, recovered here. Come on, dude. You can smoke this thing. The portion of the caster's divine strength and restoring endurance. Seriously, you haven't smoked this thing yet? Can I run away? Yes, I can. I'll get back. I hate bad guys like that. I so do. Where they're just immune to everything. Let's save my game here again. You cannot save while in combat. Get Menchie back up. I hate bad guys like that. Reach back up. Save my game right quick. Alright. Well, let's get Menchie out. Have Menchie do what he does best, which is attack this thing. Piss that off. And then have everybody else jump in the fight. Oh, dang, he's jagging that thing up. Oh, he died. Come on, die already. What the heck is this thing? Oh, just got some of those stupid spirits. I just killed it already. I'm immune to the damage type. Burp. I'm immune again. Burp. Can you die? Mr. Near Death. Just die. Phantom foes. Flanked. Paralyzed. I hate fighting bad guys that are immune to magic weapons. Immune to weapons, period, but... Grab that. The tree spooge. Grab more tree spooge. Evidence washed up on the shore. The boar. Yeah, oh god, that's one thing that so breaks Baldur's Gate 3 is the talking to animals. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's the pack. Okay. This boot lies half buried in mud on the riverbank. I don't think he made it out. Those wounds look fatal. Okay. Beneath the raging waterfall, the corpse of an elven Glenfathan hunter lies shattered against the rocks. Broken bones protrude through his skin, but you also notice deep, parallel cuts in the rotting flesh. Ew. The slashes trace along every part of his body, as if it had been ravaged by a dozen blades. This man probably died before his fall from the cliffs above. You touch the dead elf's forehead, droplets of water glistening down. Ew, why would you touch it? Down its purple face, and fall a sudden jolt from the hunter's lingering essence. The world around you fades away. You're walking among the underbrush without making a sound. Moonlight catches sight of your arms, shining them pale. But you quickly dart again into the shadows of the great trees of the North Weald. Your blood brother is not so daft as you expected. You look at him, frail, unaware. He doesn't deserve to share the glory of this hunt. But it's been countless seasons since a Stegler lake like this, twice the size of his lesser kin, has roamed the forest near Twin Elms. Arthwain fell for the trick. You almost felt pity for him, but you've convinced yourself that he'd only get in the way once the killing begins. He'll be safer by the river, expecting that we'll flank the Stegler when it comes out to drink. But this kill will only be yours. The Stegler is larger than you imagined. It stands without fear atop the waterfall ridge. It is silhouette cutting a monstrous hole against the mantle of the night sky. A beast of legend, a true hunter. Your hand tightens around the shaft of your father's spear. The weight falls balanced just right as you prepare the throw. You put everything into it. The spear flies true and hits its mark. The Stegler didn't even hear a sound. Its blood spills bright on the rocks. Yet it stands unfazed. The beast pounces. Moonlight shines over its great fangs. Your hands draw your blades without a second thought as you lunge forward to meet this monster. It's fast. It's ripping your flesh apart. You stab at the darkness, engulfing you deep. Dear Lord. Ugh. I'm gonna reread that. 1, 2, 3. The beast pounces. Moonlight shines over over its great fangs. Your hands draw your blades without a second thought as you lunge forward to meet this monster. It's fast. It's ripping at your flesh apart. You stab it, and the dark engulfs you. Deep, again and again, but there is no slowing its embrace. Search the rage. Okay, I can do that. Texas collected. What is the point of having defensive groups if all my attacks are going to be taken by bandits? The cross eye added. Major item on return. Let's send the bard. He's useless anyways. Other than I make all my money by killing people. It's got nothing to do with my my taxes, because my taxes get taken every time. It's so ridiculous. Oh, it's about time. That's the Stegler. Interesting. Ooh, Steglers, plural. Oh, down she went. And she's pretty jacked up too. Elder Stigler. It learned a trick. It can turn itself invisible. Stigler fangs. I'll take. I don't want to talk that thing. First and then talk to it. I only have one camp left? Dang, I'm gonna buy more. That's one thing I don't agree with. That you can't make campfires. It's so stupid. You have to buy a campfire. Anybody who thinks you have to buy campfire components has never made a campfire before. It's actually a lot easier than you think. Over a ground hardening by dry blood and stomped leaves, the corpse of a giant Stegler crawls with flies. Its flesh has been pierced and cut as if stabbed by spears and slashed by swords. You touch the dead Stegler's flank. A cloud of flies stirs into the air, and suddenly you feel the creature's remaining essence. The world around fades away. The pack rests, the rocks shelter the young, full bellies. You turn away and look beyond the trees. The moon breaks over their swaying canopy. A scent in the air stirs a tingling in your mouth. You slide onto the shadows, the taste of hunt filling your nostrils. Light shines on the stones by the water that falls. Prey down below, two-legged, hairy, hair-like dry grass. It moves near the water that flows. Thin legs, slow, noisy, unaware. It holds a sharp stick. I gotta have a concept of what a stick is. Two-legged hunter. Weak hunter. Prey. Close. Prey. Bright moon. Prey. Into the dark. Pain. Pain on your side. A sharp stick pokes out your flank. You roar and shake it. It snaps, breaking on the stones. Wet stones. Your blood leaves rustle. You look, another two-legged, another hunter. Thick legs, silent steps. Striping face, strong hunter. Enemy. You leap, aiming at his neck. It moves fast. Your claws find flesh, ripping it deep, ripping it down. Wet leaves, two-legged blood. It howls. It fights back. Long claws cut through the air. They slash at your flesh. More pain, sharp pain. You strike it. Strikes. Hot blood. On your claws, hot cuts. On your chest. The world goes red. Your strength fails. You can't breathe. The two-legged hunter looks down. Wet ground or blood. Sharp stick above its head. Bright moon above its head. Strong hunter. The world goes dark. Wait, so the dude walked up behind him and stabbed him in the back of the head? What a dick. Alright. Well, regardless, I gotta use my last camp here. Alright, so high enough survival to do that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and rest. I do gotta buy more camps. Nothing else here. Whoo! Elder spotted Stegler. Whoa! Let's just stay there. Yeah, let's choke point them. Oh god, I so love choke points. Yeah, that's one thing Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't have, choke point things. Oh god, this is so handy. If I face the thing straight up, they just wipe the floor with me. I know it for a fact. Fighting them one at a time, so much easier. Gotta be more evidence here. Oh, look, Edgewood ruins. No, I'm not going anywhere near an elemental. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not doing the elemental thingy. Is it chasing me? Oh, okay, alright. So I guess I will save my game here. Biddle-doo, biddle-doo-doo-doo. Oh! Oh, for Pete's sake.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle function.
See, I'm gonna call it quits here. I'll have to remember to turn that mission in once, you know, I'll go, because I'm not going to forget. I'm gonna go turn that mission in. I haven't done a video in a while, so why not? I'll go a little over. So, finally, good news in the world. Subnautica 2 is being worked on again. Hopefully, the RAM shortage gets resolved. Then the SSD shortage gets resolved. Then the hard drive shortage gets resolved. And the NVMe RAM shortage gets resolved. And now the new, silicate for processor shortage gets resolved, and then we can actually get a decent enough machine to play Subnautica 2 on max settings for a recent cheap price. Lord of mercy. Jesus, thank you. Thank you for Subnautica 2. for allowing it to continue and allowing these corrupt CEOs to see justice. May finishes escorting Lord Brainwinger and returns to the stronghold. Interesting. It didn't give me a finishing thingy for her. Okay, why not? Whatever. Don't care. Returning to there. Step into the town hall. Into the town hall. Into the town hall. You've returned. He glances at the hunters in the group. Hunters in the group. We hope you found the truth about my brother's fate. I've concluded my task. It's time to speak with the empath. What did you see? Where's Fjorm? Rede takes a step forward. Tell me. Rede. The huntress thrusts her palm between you and her companion. The truth belongs to all of us. Even Arwith. You know this. Rede hesitates for a moment. He wipes the sweat from his face, leaving traces of red on the bandit's hand. All that to build up for this. That, like, oh, he's got red on his, he's smearing red. Whoa! Dumb jokes. I hate them. And I love them too. I'm ready to share the truth with the Amfaith. Amenfaith. I think that's how it's pronounced. He looks up, and I'll make sure that so is Arwith. That is the weirdest noise a cat can make. That if you can't hear that noise, that's the noise a cat is making with its mouth, not with rubbing up against things. Like she's yelling at something without actually yelling. You are a weird specimen. I still love you, but you are weird. That's enough of that. Our path crosses again. I'm investigating the Fjorm's disappearance. Indeed, Arwith and Rede have spoken of little else. I do not envy your position. Glounce and Ennims, yet your testimony may resolve the tensions between the keepers of the stone and the twice-split arrow. She steeples her fingers. When you've gathered your evidence, I'll call a hearing. Let's begin. I've got all the evidence as far as I can see. She nods. I will summon Arwith and Rede. Their fates and the names of their tribes depends on what you will reveal to us. Glenwaits and Ennims. Bithwell stands at the head of the hall. Lit from behind the dozens of candles, she casts a long shadow across the floor. We've gathered to weigh the claims of Arwith and Rede in the matter of Fjorm's disappearance. To that end, we are honored by the presence of the Glaus and Mans, who incites will help us render a verdict. Murmurs of astonishment echoes from the front of the hut. We begin Arwith's claim. He asserts that Fjorm, lured him into a confrontation with the Stegler, and that he slew the beast on his own. Fjorm, he says, exiled himself, fearing that the knowledge of this action would heap shame on the keepers of the stone. She holds up a tooth as long as her arm. As evidence, he brings the fang from the creature's stickler. On the other hand, Rede states that his brother was tricked and murdered by Arwinth during the hunt. A hunt of Fjorm's renown would not have fallen in the... Seriously, you gotta keep making that... What is that weird, like, gulping, barking sound you're making? And why are you in my room? Don't you hate me? I love you, but I know you hate me. Cats. Rede states that his brother was tricked and murdered by Arwith during the hunt. A hunter of the Fjorm's renown would not have fallen in the blood hunt, but by treachery. Which, yeah, he's right. He raises. Her shadow flickers and dances in the candlelight as she looks at you. And now we turn to our Glaus and Elms. We ask only we ask only that you share the observations that we may find closure for these two tribes. She lowers her head. What fate befell Fjorm? Fjorm is dead. What? Rede stares at you, his face contorted between surprise and anger. He turns to Arwith. How? You puny weakling, how? Dude, calm down. The Ammon Faith whips her neck towards the tribesmen. Do not forget your place. Rede's chest balloons, but he quickly lowers his chin in obedience. Archwith's eyes dart from side to side. The Amphather continues to sadden us to know this truth, but we must still reveal it deep. If this is how did the giant Stegler die? Yeah. Fjorms killed the giant beast. Of course he did. Rede shakes his fist and looks to everyone in the hall. Anwinth is just a feeble hunter from the twice-split arrows. That barking, I think, is that... I have no idea what that is. Twice-split arrows and a liar. I know. Fur bristles along Bithwa's arms. Silence! Her slitted pupils narrow as she regards you. And now we come to it. Claim the truth for the 6 tribes, Ganth and Mouse. Fjorm tricked Anwith and fought the giant Stegler by himself. They killed each other in a fight. Anwith tried to cover Fjorm's shame, but lied about it. No, that's what that's not what happened. Lied about it, besting the creature. Your words echo along the passage of the 6 to the solemn audience. Bethwith nods. It is as you say. We thank you for sharing your truth with us. The Amphather turns to Arwith and Raiden. Brothers of the tribe, let these wounds mend and go in peace. And contemplate the shame brought onto our hearth. I'd like to have a word with you. She turns back to you. A shame upon both tribes is not what I would have wanted. But we must learn to turn our faces to these hard truths if we are to survive the coming seasons. Your integrity is a boon to us. Please accept this with our thanks. What'd I get? I got something cool, didn't I? Experience. More experience. I'm not gonna argue about experience. Anything cool? Anything cool at all? Oh. One-handed sword. Slash pierce. 25% chance to freeze damage. One enemy is entangled. Dang! Give it to her. Dang! I like that. Alright, well, that concludes this. Final thoughts. Oh, that was kind of cool. Bit of a who's who, what. Meeting two dryads are kind of cool. And actually having a dryad that actually talked to me instead of trying to kill me every time I meet it. I'm interested to see what happens next. However, I think it's pretty predictable what's going to happen. That dude's going to do something where he is, considered, oh, he's misunderstood, with air quotes there. My character's going to have to do something like, oh, I could choose to be nice, or I can kill him. And if I kill him, it turns out to be the bad thing to kill him. Or if I keep him alive, he then, continues doing something, or becomes a god, or eats weasels, or produces cheese that everybody loves. I don't know. I am happy Subnautica 2, which I so want to do that. I'll definitely put that up on the channel. I'm still in the process of trying to find an editor, and that's been a pain. Finding my first one was a godsend. It turns out she was an absolute lunatic. She was, yeah. Finding editors have been hard, but I'll do it. I'll find someone that can edit video for me, so I can just give them the video and have them do it instead of me doing it. I suck at it. Alright then, well everybody, as always, I'm going to save my game here, and stay classy out there, okay? It's a weird time, very, very weird times. Alright, you have a nice night, everybody.